Hi friends, welcome to Adda 24/7. We are in probable questions for central banking on YouTube series. Okay, so we'll be covering all the probable questions plus some important theory. So let's start without wasting the time. Need for central bank. The topic is need for central bank. Why is central bank required? Tell me one thing. Wasn't there banking before central bank? What do you say? Okay, when was RBI established? 1935. Okay, after that RBI Act 1934. Before that, there were banks. Central Bank of India, it was there before. Then mainly Central Bank and SBI, in other name it was there, right? So banks were there. So why was this central bank required? Without that central bank, without RBI, even those banks functioned, right? So what is the use of RBI? So now here comes the real question. Okay, the preamble of Reserve Bank of India describes basic function of Reserve Bank as here. What is the function of Reserve Bank? Why is this Reserve Bank in existence? To regulate the issue of banknotes and keeping of reserves with the view of securing monetary stability in India and generally to operate the currency and credit system of the country to its advantage. Okay, understand the first sentence correctly. Issue of banknotes, that is one of the important functions. Keeping of reserves with a view of securing monetary stability. Monetary stability means stability of the currency and in India, and generally to operate the currency and credit system of the country. So currency and credit system of the country, that is to be operated. Means currency and credit system means what? Notes. See here, RBI does that note bandi, right? 2000 rupees notes just now, right? What is that? That is after all the RBI's prerogative. It can, whenever it want, it can close any currency. Okay, and credit system. Remember, RBI's role is not limited to issuing of notes. Issuing of notes is always a secondary part of RBI. Primary is the credit system. What is this credit system? Credit system means that CRR. You know that example, no? CRR. 100 rupees if I deposit, 10% is the CRR, then 90 rupees is given as a loan by the bank. That 90 rupees become the deposit in other banks. Again 10% kept, 81 is given on. So on and on and on it goes. Okay, so that is called as the multiplier effect. Okay, so that multiplier is always 100 upon that CRR. That much is the credit creation in the society or in the general public. Okay, so coming back, so to its advantage, to have a modern monetary policy framework to meet the challenge of the increasingly complex economy, to maintain price stability while keeping in mind the objective of growth. So main job of RBI from overall year it is, there are 2 to 3 main jobs. One is issue of notes, second is currency stability, third is credit stability. Okay, so got it everyone? Currency means monetary stability. Got it? So focus on these red marks, whatever has been given red. See here, RBI does what? See this. 2-3 jobs are there. One is issue of notes, and second is this credit system, repo, CRR, you can call anything. Okay, so through repo, RBI lends to the banks. Bank puts some commission of, means some extra charge on this repo and lends it to the customer, right? What does bank do? Bank is a simple system. Every bank, whatever the repo rate of RBI, beyond that they'll add some 2-3 percentages to that and lend it to the customers, isn't it? So that's the way banking functions. The Reserve Bank of India is a central bank of India which began its operations in 1935, April 1, 1935. Okay, so April Fool's Day. Okay, but don't consider it April Fools. Okay, so 1935 under the RBI Act. So RBI Act was in 1934. Remember, RBI Act was in 1934, but RBI started in 1935. The Reserve Bank of India uses monetary policy to create financial stability in India, and it is charged with regulating the country's currency and the credit system, right? See here, 2 main jobs. These are always the important jobs: currency, notes, and credit system. Okay, so these are the 2 jobs of RBI which RBI has to follow at any time. Okay, Now before going ahead, download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. In this app you will be getting the premium study material plus live classes, ebooks, tests, everything. The free YouTube series which you are getting right now, that is also available on Adda 24/7 app and also on the YouTube channel, Officers Adda 24/7. I'll show you that also. Okay, so download this first. The main purpose of RBI is to conduct consolidated supervision of financial sector in India, which is made up of commercial banks, financial institutions and non-banking financial firms. So remember, RBI is not only limited to banks now. It is commercial banks, financial institutions means other financials, plus banking and NBFCs, non-banking financing firms. Okay, so RBI keeps a track of all these three. Initiatives adopted by RBI include restructuring of bank inspection, introducing off-site surveillance of banks and financial institutions, and strengthening the role of auditors. So that is the basic supervisory function of RBI, isn't it? Off-site surveillance means what? See here, there are two types of surveillances by RBI. I have taught this in my paid classes. Okay, so follow those paid classes. If you have not joined, join it immediately, because 7 days is enough for you to clear this central banking. Okay, immediately join it. So off-site surveillance means what? There are two types of surveillances, on-site and off-site. Every year for large loans, RBI has to do the on-site surveillance, but within that year, if something happens, how to check that? So that is checked using off-site surveillance. Okay, to state that the central bank plays a significant role in financial system and the real economy is striking understatement. Understatement means what? It's known. See here, understatement means it's quite known. Everyone, even the small kid knows now the role of RBI. RBI plays a vital role in this financial and the real economy, isn't it? Real economy means what? It's basically the financial stability or this price stability. RBI plays a key role. If RBI tomorrow goes on decreasing the repo rate, I'll give you a simple example. RBI goes on decreasing the repo rate, what will happen? The inflation will skyrocket. Okay, that's what was done by this USA during the COVID time. They brought their interest rates to almost zero. So at that time, because of that, what happened? Look at the inflation today in USA. They are in the catch-22 situation, right? So that's why real economy RBI plays a major role, because the public generally regards bank deposits as means of payments and medium of exchange. Notes are going down with UPI. BD is the money. BD means what? Bank deposits. Okay. So nowadays you see cash is very less frequent now, at least in the lower level economy, in our daily usage, right? We use generally that UPI only. So what is that now? So bank deposit, whatever my deposit is, that has become the real money now. I can just transfer the money from using UPI. Now even we are coming up with this CBDC, right? Central Bank Digital Currency. Those CBDC also, it is a sort of this bank deposits only. Okay. This is what I was talking of. Subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel, you will be getting free updates on JIB and CIB. Number one. Number two, you will get a very important part is a free YouTube series like the one which you are watching right now. Okay, on all the subjects. So join it immediately. Okay. Also subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon. Now let's move on to the questions. So the primary stimulus of establishing central banks and strengthening the activities in many parts of the world in the 20th century emanated from, means came from. Emanated means came from. So why was this central bank established in 20th century by many of the banks, means many of the countries? Why did many of the countries establish the central bank? What is the reason? Yeah, financing of war or financing of trade, or what was it? Everyone, what do you think? Financing of war or financing of trade? See here, exigency of war. This is the correct answer. War financing. See here, central bank was established in all the countries in the 20th century because of this war. War means which war? First World War, Second World War, right? Because to finance the wars, mainly central banks were established. Okay. The lender of the last resort function of central bank is associated with the problem of. So lender of the last resort means what? What do you mean by this word? Lender of the last resort means what? Suppose if any bank does some problem while giving the loans. Okay. So at that time, where should the customer go? Number one. So mainly remember, and second point is regarding moral. Here the correct answer over here is adverse selection or moral hazards. Only A and B. Let's see. Either of A and B is the answer. So the answer is what? Here the answer is basically moral hazards. Okay. Lender of the last resort function of the central bank is associated with the problem of moral hazards. Moral hazards means what? Any ethical, unethical treatment by any bank to any customer. Okay. Third one. The following two objectives of monetary policy of US Federal Reserve are referred to as dual mandate. So which are those? Let's see. Maximizing employment and stabilizing prices. Stabilizing prices and monetary control. Moderating long-term interest rates and stabilizing prices. Maximizing employment and controlling reserve money. So what is the answer? I know many of you will answer what? I have seen. Type fast in the comment section. Let me see. Type fast. That's what I am saying. See here, many of you have typed A. Stabilizing prices, maximizing employment. What has RBI to do with employment? RBI has no role in direct employment. Direct employment, no role. Indirectly it has. RBI's main job is only two. Prices and monetary. That's it. Stabilizing prices and monetary control. So these two balances are to be maintained by RBI, and remaining employment and everything takes place automatically. If RBI tomorrow reduces the interest rates, automatically the employment increases. Okay. But the inflation also increases. That is also a negative part. Okay. Shortly after the Second World War, Bundesbank in Germany was allowed to impose the following stipulation on the banks. So this Bundesbank concept has come. Means it will affect your banking also. Means one of the ratios was established because of this Bundesbank in the Second World War. SLR, CRR, common equity to capital and capital to asset ratio. So which one was established? SLR, CRR? Here, C and D are just now, have come just now. After that Basel came, right? So C and D are out. And we are talking of Second World War, right? Means in 1940s. So at that time there was nothing called as capital ratio or capital to asset ratio, nothing was there. Okay. So it was only two things, SLR and CRR. So what was the answer? Right answer. So the right answer is CRR. Okay. This Bundesbank, always whenever in exam you get the name of Bundesbank, remember CRR. Just relate this Bundesbank to CRR. That's it. No other question will be asked on Bundesbank. Okay. Last one. The following supervisory body was established in USA in the year 2000. So which was this supervisory body? FOMC, Federal Reserve System, Federal Reserve Board, and FSA. So which was the reserve body which was established in USA in 2000? So which one? What do you think? Let me see how many of you can answer here. Yeah. It is FSA. Correct answer is FSA. What is FSA? But what is this FSA? FSA means Financial Services Agency. Okay, Financial Services Agency. It was established in USA in 2000. Now, why this question is asked? That's a separate aspect. Okay, it's there in your portion, so you'll have to do it. You can't escape it. Okay, so you want, I'll answer this. Write it over here. Okay, I'll write it over here. It is FSA means Financial Services, right? Services, Financial Services Agency, AGNC. So if it comes in the exam, you must be able to answer. What is this FSA, right? Financial Services Agency. Okay. Now, before going, see this. Complete CAIIB central banking package is available. You can study it within 1 week. You will be able to clear this paper. Be sure about it. And also, right now you are having this BRBL and ABFM, right? So that also you should use it to your benefit. These classes are also going live, so join them immediately. Okay, join all these two compulsory plus central banking. If you have a central banking elective, definitely join this. We have other electives as well, but if you have other electives, why are you watching central banking this series, right? So use the code PREP80. How to use this? Let me show you. Okay, let's go to Adda 24/7 live. Okay, if you are having the app, I would suggest you to go through the app. Okay, because in the app you are getting 1% extra. Remember, using this coin system. So use the code PREP80. Never forget this code. Okay, let me show you. Say this. Yeah, PREP80. So click on this JIB CIB, click on this CIB 23. Okay, CIB 23, got it. Now once you click on this, you'll see this, the details. One sec. Yeah, see here, you'll see the details. Click on view all. Once you click on view all, look at this. Okay, go down. Once you get it, go down, go below, scroll below. So it is, hold on, yeah, it's going on and on and on. Some internet issue. Okay, that's okay, man. Yeah, let me see, hold on. Say this. Now all these are the electives here. If you scroll down, you will get this revision, Powerpack revision, central banking elective. Okay, click on this. You will see the details of the elective. When is the batch starting? 19 June. Timings are given, 6 days a week. Study plan is given. Okay, so follow it. Now look at the fees part. See this fees part, it's already here. Click on view offers. Now look at this, 5999. Put this, put the code PREP80, PREP80. Okay, click on apply. Look at this, 5999 reduces to 1199. Huge discount, 80% off. Go for it immediately. Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow with another series. Till then, join the